Have you ever wondered what the fastest electric charging station is and how fast it can actually charge a car? Well, here it is. Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you today. Hope you've had an amazing day. It's been an amazing day here because I live on planet Earth. And you know what? Every single day the news says things are getting worse. In fact, in a recent study done that surveyed 160,000 people from 85 different countries around the world, the majority of people who are university educated believe the world has gotten worse over the last 50 years, when in fact, on a purely statistical basis, the world has improved in every single measure. Every measure. I know that's hard to believe because the news media would like us to believe things are getting worse, but I can assure you, my friends, I've just spent 3 or 4 hours today reading positive news story after positive news story after positive. Where is the end of it? New solar, new wind generation, new renewable energy, how the future is getting better, all the new electric car technology coming out, all the new incredible things that are going to change the world in so many positive ways. That's what this channel is all about. This is one of those things. Fast chargers. Eventually, by 2030, I know it's hard to see it now, by 2030, you'll be able to easily get a 15-minute charge on your car, which will fully charge your battery. 15 minutes. Now, obviously, we don't really need to fast charge our cars usually. Most people living in apartments, some places, they may need to. People driving a long way, they may need to. This new charger in Norway can apparently charge at a rate of 360 kilowatt. Big issue though, you do need a car that's capable of charging at 360 kilowatt. One of the cool things about this, right, is that if you don't own a Tesla, which, well, owning a Tesla is definitely a big advantage because you have access to the Tesla supercharger network. It's reliable, it's fast, and yeah, you can figure out pretty easily with a Tesla vehicle how to get to another charger. But obviously without the Tesla network, you got to work out where to go. And people have reported that often takes them a while to figure out. Don't worry, that's going to change. Why? Well, as I've spoken about in the past, electric chargers are being built out everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean literally everywhere. At schools, at gas stations, petrol stations for you Aussies, at universities, at cafes, at fast food restaurants. By the time you blink an eye, I mean a few years, they're going to be everywhere. So 360 kilowatt, how fast could you charge your car with a 360 kilowatt charger? If it could accept that charging speed, 15 minutes. Can any cars currently accept that charging speed? There's only a couple in China, none anywhere else. Yes, a Hyundai Ioniq 5 says it can charge theoretically at 350 kilowatt, so does a Porsche Taycan, so do a few other cars. Kia EV6, for example, they can't actually hold a charging speed of 350 kilowatt for an entire charge, not even close. You're looking at closer to about 220 kilowatt, maybe depending on the charger. It's still pretty good. Still pretty fast, but we've got a long way to go. What is the fastest charger on the face of the earth? Now, this 360 kilowatt charger is for cars. However, the fastest charger on the face of the earth is a 1.5 megawatt or 1,500 kilowatt Tesla mega charger. That thing could theoretically charge your car if you had, say, a 50 kilowatt size battery, and your battery could take 1,500 megawatts of charging. Obviously, it would need to be preconditioned, preheated. This is just theoretical. I mean, future technology, we'll get there one day. In theory, it could charge your car in around about 3 minutes. That is crazy. Will we get there? Yes, of course. It's just a matter of time. I mean, really, think about this. Could you have possibly imagined flying airplanes carrying people from one continent to another 200 years ago? Even 150 years ago? I don't think so. Could you have imagined flying cars, which, by the way, do exist now? Only 50 years ago? You might have imagined it, but just as a fantasy, not as reality. Now, this charger is, like I said, not part of Tesla's supercharger network. It's actually called the Terra 360, and its CEO, the company who makes them, called ABB, says, having recently unveiled the Terra 360 to the world, these are truly landmark launches, which we are delighted to partner with Evini on. Norway is setting the global standard when it comes to e-mobility transition, and we are excited to hear the reaction of EV drivers in one of the most advanced nations for EV adoption. Is that true? Of course it is. Norway, 84% of all cars sold in Norway last month were electric. Norway plans on ending the sale of gas vehicles in the country by 2025. That to me sounds utterly ridiculous. Why? They're already at 84%. They don't need 3 years to get to 100%. I think it'll happen naturally within the next year and a half. 2024 easily will be the year when no one is buying internal combustion engine vehicles in Norway. Now, if you look at it like this though, gas vehicles are actually less popular than they sound in Norway. For example, in April of 2022, only 5% of all cars sold in Norway used petroleum. Incredibly, only 3% used diesel. That means that only 8% of all cars sold in Norway were fully combustion engine vehicles. 74% were fully electric, 10% were plug-in hybrid, and 7.2% were hybrid vehicles. Evini is trying to facilitate Norway's EV transition, with more than 400 fast chargers currently installed in more than 150 locations across the country. You see what happens when you buy EVs? What happens? Well, entrepreneurs, businesses, they support the market. They say, whoa, here's an opportunity for us. They build you fast chargers everywhere. Here's another country that's transitioning to EVs at an incredible speed. In March of 2022, Sweden's car market was 55.6 electric. Only 22% of all cars sold in that month were gasoline powered. And the numbers were also very similar for the Netherlands. Believe it or not, by 2030, the internal combustion engine vehicle will be dead. Sure, people will be buying them secondhand, used vehicles, yeah, for a long time to come. But in the new car market, they will have ceased to exist. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.